Dear Santa Claus, all I want for Christmas is a bottle of Jack Daniels and a Smith & Wesson Model 500. Sincerely, Wendigo. Is this Nickelback? What the fuck? The Santa hat fucked up my hair for the video. I swear it doesn't normally look like that. Just pretend that never happened. Merry Christmas, fellas. It's your boy, OJ Pimpson, back on the mic with another video. I initially had this planned with a whole notebook full of things I wanted to cover. And they were mainly like questions about Santa Claus, because I'm a loser and I have a bunch of ethical and moral questions that I think I need him to answer after giving me a Nickelback CD for Christmas. But I recorded that for like 20 minutes and I decided I didn't really like it. I wasn't really enjoying it, and I don't really want to do something that's super scripted, so I'm back on the mic and I'm just going to talk to you about Christmas for like however long I keep this camera on. I love the holidays. I've always loved Christmas. Something about the snow, something about the trees, something about the lights just makes me unexplainably happy. Something about this comically large Santa hat that we usually keep on top of our tree, but I'm using as a prop for this video. Something about the candy cane that I had behind my ear. I love candy canes. I don't know why. I don't even really like mint. I don't even really like eating them, but there's something about them that's just special. Gonna keep this here like an 80s hoop earring for the video. You guys can just feel free to stare at it. Now my holiday season hasn't been the greatest, some might say. I got hit by a car a few days ago, and my car is now in the ether. It's gone to the nether. I don't really know I don't know what to do. I'm okay. Everybody's alright. But that wasn't really a great wake-up call. He did make one crucial mistake though. He missed. I knew it. I know it's the Rothschild trying to keep me out the street. They paid that old man a lot of money to blow that stop sign and hit me, but they failed. They can't keep me down, and they should know that by now. Nobody will be able to keep me down. You're never gonna keep me silent. I'm coming after you. Do you guys think people like visit the North Pole? Like, do you think there's gonna be tours? Because I know there's like some geopolitical shit going on up there. Like, they have the actual pole divided into like sections, and then you get your land masses and whatnot. But my country, Canada, owns a good chunk of the Arctic, so maybe I could go up there. Maybe that's the Christmas special. You think in 2 minutes in this video it's gonna cut to footage of me in the Arctic? No. But right now it's gonna cut to footage of me playing in the snow to get in the Christmas spirit. Yay. It's the season of giving. And you know, I give many a thing frequently, typically a good boning to whoever asks. I'm kidding. I don't do that, I swear. Maybe. And this year, I'm pretty excited. I got some good gifts lined up for the people around me, and I'm excited to receive as well. Do you guys like that like mogging face I can do? Is that cool? Is that what the kids do now? Am I hip and with it? Where I live in Canada, we don't typically get a whole lot of snow because of a nearby body of water. There's 5 of them. You're never going to be able to find out which one I'm on unless you know me, which don't comment that, don't dox me. I meant to actually wear my college sweater in this video because it's really comfy, but I don't want to dox my city to the 20 people that watch my videos. You guys can't know where I am yet because I know I'll just get recognized in public all the time. The meat will be tired by the end of the day. I'll be taking so many photos, my camera roll will blow up, as if these videos don't already do that to it. I think I seriously need to, I need to get something different to record on, because this shit, after like 15 minutes of recording, is starting to tap out. Like, this bitch is starting to kill itself. Very super unfortunate. Can't have that going on. Apparently there's some scandal with honey going around. I've heard about it from my brother, and I saw it in a critical thumbnail. I haven't really bothered to check in. I have no current events to talk about today. This is just my wonderful, wacky Christmas special. So, welcome. I'm going to be yapping at a camera for 9 minutes about shit that I don't really know about. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but you're gonna listen to me. Now, I will bring up some of these questions I have for good old Saint Nick to bring some of the meat and potatoes, or the turkey and stuffing, as, you know, Christmas would have it, to this video. One burning question I have is, I was watching a documentary lately on something about consumer waste and, like, waste of products around the world. Is Santa liable for, like, consumer waste responsibility? Like, you produce millions, if not billions, of goods and hand them out to children all across the world. What happens when they're done? Because they're presumably unrecyclable materials. A lot of them, at least some of the stuff I've received from Saint Nick in the past, have been like plastic and cheap and shitty, like terrible materials that probably come from slave labor somewhere in Southeast Asia. Do you think he's responsible for that? Because I think he absolutely should be. I think we should hold Santa accountable for a lot more than he's actively held accountable for. I don't think it's fair that he kind of gets to tiptoe around geopolitics a little bit, kind of ignore it. What if he gives me a Kinder Egg? And Kinder Eggs aren't legal in, like, America, right? You know, are you following your own moral code? Are you making the rules, or are you just following local law? What's the play there, Santa Claus? What do you mean? On that note, I really would like a Kinder Egg. I haven't had one in a very long time. I have the desire to choke in a small plastic object and make the local headlines when I'm dead. That sounds really good right about now. I know a bunch of games are doing Christmas events as well, and War Thunder, the one I've previously mentioned in the video about how bad that game is doing a snow globe event. You can pay like 60,000 lions to get. It's literally just a loot box, and it's terrible because I have to save up money in that game right now, and I'm actively killing it. Like, I'm losing it to gambling. I'm never gonna be the same again. I think this is gonna kickstart an addiction that's going to cripple my life forever. Goodbye college funding, you're going to gambling, and to War Thunder gambling specifically. But who knows, maybe the gambling will get me a shit ton of money I can spend on more Christmas presents. Which, by the way, are such a scam. I was buying some the other day for some family members. There was this item, I'm not going to say what, but on the inside of the item, it had a price tag that was like $5 cheaper than it was listed on the shelf. Why can't you just replace the sticker? Like, if you're gonna bump up the price and scam the fuck out of me, at least, like, make it less obvious. Don't tell me you're scamming me. Don't tell me you're ripping me off in the holiday season, because that's not very giving of you. That's not very joyous, is it? I'm sorry to all the people I promised this would be a banger of a holiday special. It's just me talking. I'll find another topic soon. I actually am thinking of covering, sexualization in video games. I don't know if that's too heavy of a topic, though. But I'm tired of seeing MiHoYo game ads everywhere I go and wanting to kill myself because it's just fucking weird and unrealistic, and I don't like it. I don't like when games shove anime tits in my face. I'm not really a big fan of that. That's why I play War Thunder. I don't know how you sexualize a tank. Never mind. If you have any other topics you'd like me to cover, drop them in the old comment section. I need something to do. I need some shit to write. I need something to do with my time on this 2-week break. I'm gonna go insane, and Lord knows I'm not gonna do the work I have to do for school. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm gonna delay that to the last possible moment. We are back on Santa Claus. I gotta wonder where he gets the money for these things, like patents and rights. Like, how do you afford this? Are you interjecting into the economy? Are you kickstarting the Great Depression, Santa Claus? Is that you? Was the recession of, like, the mid-2000, like, between 2000 and 2010, was that you? Is that you now? Did you kickstart COVID somehow? And if you're, like, omnipotent and basically challenging the Christian God because you see me when I'm sleeping and you know when I'm awake, why aren't you doing something? You're so generous and you're giving so much gifts. Why aren't you stepping into some world affairs here? You clearly have a say, and assuming you haven't been shot down already, you have some kind of power. You have some kind of authority. And your sleigh can travel unbelievably fast. Like, that's got to be like half the speed of light or something like that. And the speed of light can travel around Earth 7 times in 1 second. So who knows what Santa Claus is capable of, if he's just capable of knocking out a whole city in minutes, because there's millions of cities. How are you doing this? How are you doing that? I'm not the first person to ask that question by any means, but what the fuck, Santa? What the fuck? You have this technology and you're barring humans from using it? Can I put that on my list? Can I put magic on my Christmas list and you'll tell me how you do this shit? Can I put an apology video on my Christmas wish list? Can you put out something apologizing for your terrible things? I know for a goddamn fact there were some pretty racist toys in like the 1960s, and you probably gave them to little children. How do you feel about that, man? Are you gonna apologize? Are you gonna give in to cancel culture? Are you gonna be woke, as the youngins say? Because I know I'd like to see you address some of these things. I know I'd like to have some answers to some of these things. I know that you really need to start stepping into the world more. It's no longer acceptable to just stay silent and keep the names of everything out of your mouth. You need to talk. You need to step up. You know what? This is my formal invitation. I'll do like a Joe Rogan style podcast if Santa Claus can come on. That'd be kind of fucking cool. It makes me feel immoral myself. How do I feel accepting goods from the big man? How do I feel opening a present from Santa on Christmas Day if he is potentially so horrible? How do you feel about it? I'm now putting this as a moral dilemma on you. I'm gonna cut that out so you don't know how bad I fumble those words, but holy shit. Wow, that was insane. I'm now placing a moral dilemma on you though. Whenever you open your presents on Christmas morning, think about how unethical they are. Think about Santa Claus and his malpractice. Do the elves have worker unions? How do the elves reproduce? How do you keep elf population in check, and how are they not spotted by like satellite imagery running around in the snow? Or do you keep them in dungeons and force them to make toys all year? Can Santa like boycott countries? Like do you think if a country's doing something evil, like starting a war, per se, do you think Santa can just like not give gifts to those children? Do you think that's fair? Because at some point, Santa's like a moral lawmaker here. Like you have the power to make or break every kid's day every December 25th. Like, this is entirely in your control. And how do you know which kids are bad? Like, assuming you're so omniscient and you're able to do all this shit, how are you deciding what kids are bad and what kids don't deserve shit? Because I bet you some of the richer folks out there have given their kids gifts, even when they don't deserve it. And I'd assume that there were also some gifts from Santa Claus there that are, again, proportionally financial towards their family's status. Do you believe in the caste system? Do you believe in class systems? How does that work, man? How does that work? If I'm poorer, do I get poorer gifts just because I'm lower set in society? Just because I don't have a fair home advantage? Is that really fair to these kids? No, of course it's not. So are you about being fair? Or are you about playing into the evil politics of the world, Santa Claus? We need to know. I think that's gonna wrap up my Christmas yapping for a little while. Honestly, I meant to come on here with a better video, so I apologize if this one wasn't. You're just kind of listening to me talk for like 15 minutes about random things that come to mind, so sorry for that. Sorry that there's not a better video out. I do actually have a banger cooking up. It's gonna be like weeks of editing this shit might actually occur. I have a really good video cooking up within the next couple months. I know I only post like twice a month, so, you know, don't fucking keep waiting for me, I guess. But I have a really good idea. I have a great idea cooking up. I got some good, not collab, like it's not another YouTuber, but I've got some good combinations of shit coming up. Stay on watch, bro. Be weary, because this shit will blow your mind. You're not ready for this shit. And I think it's gonna be something great. In the meantime, I am gonna start thinking of some good videos to put out there, but I hope you enjoyed watching me twirl in my chair, and I hope the editing is as funny as I thought it would be. Anyways, that'll be it for the holiday special. I was your host, Barry McCockiner, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Season's greetings from the corner of my room.